Hi, everyone, and welcome to day July 29th. We're so happy and excited to be here with you. Today is the last webinar for July. So make sure that you have paper, pencil, somewhere to write down everything that we're going to be learning today. Angela has prepared an amazing presentation. Let's say hi to Angela. Hi, Angela. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you, Cynthia. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Yes, we're in our last few days of the month, so we'll give you a few ideas for how to end the month strong and start getting prepared for the month of August as well, so that you can hit the ground running. So today on our agenda, we have our customer needs spotlight, which is being tranquil, right? Like tranquility, finding that calm. So we're going to focus on the Tranquil Emoji blend and 3 essential oils that help with that. We will continue working on selling with direct product links. And this time around, this week, you choose which set you're going to focus on, because we'll be kind of wrapping up our July offers and starting with our new August offers on Thursday, right? But choose a set that really speaks to you, and we'll focus on that. So for business tools, we'll focus on the Aromablends brochure because it's such a great way to have that introductory information for talking to your customers about aromatherapy options and moderating stress and trying to create environments that are more pleasing to them during the day. We'll talk about how to locate that in the app. And for prospecting and sales tips, we're going to focus on when you're prospecting or trying to reach new clients for sales purposes, how do you save time and energy? We're going to talk about a key concept that really matters. It's built into everything we do every day and helps save time and energy and get us better results when we're prospecting. So I'm not going to even put the name of it on there because you will be guessing later. For our tech tip, we have a weekly posting calendar, and we're going to talk about updating our link tree for the month of August. Okay. We'll wrap up with our call to action, a few reminders, etc. So as I said, today we're going to focus on creating a tranquil environment, right? Like a peaceful environment. And with that, we're going to focus on one of our needs cards, since we've been talking about those a lot, the Tranquil Emoji Blend card. So if you have an aromatherapy focus at a wellness fair, at a spa, etc., and you have this needs card set out and someone chooses it, right? They're looking for they want to create an environment that is calm, serene, promotes relaxation, stress relief. A lot of people are looking for this in their work environment or their home environment, right? And we'll be focusing on the 3 different essential oils that we recommend. They blend to get this really great effect, which is lavender, orange, and palmarosa. So remember that lavender is one of our most popular oils, right? It's a great starter oil for a lot of people. It promotes relaxation and restful sleep. It calms skin irritation. It has great dermatological effects. So it calms skin irritation and diaper rash. It's great for first aid for minor burns. It makes such a difference. I burn myself often in the kitchen every time I try to be fast, basically. And I run it under cold water and then dry and put a drop of lavender oil on it, and I don't blister. It doesn't hurt afterwards. It's a miracle worker. So definitely talk about the first aid uses of that as well. It's really gentle on skin. So this is one of our few essential oils. We have some of our used blends and lavender and tea tree that can be used directly on skin, right? So this is one of our essential oils that is gentle enough on skin that we can apply 1 or 2 drops directly on the skin, or we can also dilute this oil with our Aromablends carriers when we want to use it for massage or when we're using it on our kiddos, etc. You can diffuse it in a diffuser. We have lots to choose from, as you know. A lot of people, when they first start with an essential oil, they like to start with a lower amount. So you can tell your customers 3 to 7 drops into 100 mils of water in most cases is a good gentle amount for starting off with a new aromatherapy routine. And this one, it's really nice. You can drop this directly on your pillowcase. Since we deal with pure essential oils, this lavender can go right on the fabric of a pillowcase and it's going to evaporate. It's not going to leave behind extra oils on the pillowcase. And you can use that to fall asleep. It's a great way to give your guests a special treat if you have house guests who are spending the night. So, and you can also just apply this to a tissue and put it over your face and do that quick aromatherapy and breathe it in. Yes. Okay, then for orange, we know that orange promotes happiness and relaxation. Now, orange is a citrus oil, but whereas bergamot and lemon are more uplifting and stimulating, orange is more calming, right? So it is built for relaxation, for that tranquil environment that we're working on. It does reduce feelings of conflict and irritability. It is calming and comforting. And it also purifies the environment because it is one of our citrus oils. So in this one does have to be used with a diffuser or a carrier in most cases, right? So again, diffusing your essential oils in a diffuser or diluting it with one of our Aromablends carriers. Or this could also be put directly on a pillowcase. You just don't want it to be like directly on your skin, right? So you'd put it on the corner of your pillowcase to breathe it in. You could also apply this to a tissue and place over your face and breathe it in that way as well. For orange, I would definitely focus on using a diffuser or our carriers for that oil. Okay. For Palmarosa, this one it's really nice. It's called Palmarosa and it has a rose-like aroma, right? So it's like this dewy rose-like aroma, very pleasant to the senses. And this one helps stabilize the body and mind. It promotes feelings of balance and self-confidence. It helps problems flow more freely. So again, you notice like kind of a theme going with these, right? So if you feel tense or that something is bottled up, a lot of times therapy can help our emotions flow through us. We're not trying to bottle them up, right? It helps us flow through so that we can talk about them and process them. And again, this one can be used with a diffuser, with our carriers, on a pillowcase, or with that like pocket aromatherapy on it with a tissue placed over the face. Okay. Now, if you're talking about this emoji blend, another great tip that you can share with your customers is the 3-2-1 rule, right? So as we're blending oils, like if someone's going to make a body mist with our Aromablends body and room mist or something like that, often we're using like 6 drops of oil to 10 mils of that solution, right? So think of that as an example. Or if they're putting in this in their diffuser and they're using 6 drops of oil to 100 mils of water in their diffuser, this also works really well. So the idea is you look at your 3 oils, like if we're looking at this emoji blend for Tranquil, right? You're going to choose one oil that you put 3 drops of it in. That's going to be your strongest or your favorite oil or the one that you need the most. So let's say I'm like, oh, I really need that like anti-conflict relaxation of orange, and I love the aroma of orange. I put 3 drops of orange in my mixture, right? Then I'm going to choose my next favorite oil or my oil that I like the aroma of, second best, and I'm going to add 2 drops of that one. And then I'm going to take my third oil and put 1 drop in of that. So this is a great way to get an aroma that when it hits your senses, one is going to stand out, but the others are still there. This is a great tip to share with your customers that they don't always know so that they feel more confident blending those oils with these different blends that we offer. Okay. All right, so now this week we're starting to talk about some aromatherapy tips in general, but we also are going to give you some open options for ending the month, right? So for our special challenge for you this week, you get to choose which set to focus on, okay? So we have our same procedure. You're going to get a link to a set that you would like to focus on these next 4 days that you would like to sell. So you're going to go into your personal website via a browser. Go ahead and do this with me, those of you who are following along on 2 devices. So we're going to go into our personal website through a browser like Chrome, Safari, Edge, whatever you're in, and go to your personal website, make sure it's yours, click on shop to go into your shopping website and go into promos and offers or sets, depending on what you're focusing on. And then choose a set that you feel most passionate about, that you have the most testimonials to share, you have the most storytelling to include, something that you feel really passionate about, that you own, that you want to present to other people and demonstrate, and click on that set and go ahead and open it up. I'm going to focus on the kids care set because I use products a lot with my children, and this meets a lot of different needs, and it's a really good price point to get a lot of products at for in big savings. So I'm going to open up the kids care set. That's my choice for these next 4 days, and I'm going to click up on top of my Omnibox, right, and copy that URL. And I'm going to send that to SaySet. So I'm going to say, SaySet, I want to focus on this set these next 4 days. SaySet will give you the approval, and that is what you focus on. SaySet, anything you want me to add to that process that we're doing this week? I know because we're kind of switching it up. Good to go. All right. So just copy the URL for the set of your choice and send it off to Cesar. We have his email, we have his phone number there. Okay. Yes. Perfect. All right. Yes, we're in good shape. All right. So then you do the same thing. You choose your set. You create hook phrases based on your targeted customer need. How am I going to get people to stop their scroll and focus on these tips that I have to share with them? What is the description of the routine, the benefits of the products, etc. Write up the description that you're going to be putting in the comments or in the, the description, the caption below your videos. Write up some text that's going to be helpful as you promote. You can keep that in your notes. I use it in Google Keep, but just keep it somewhere so that you can use that over and over again. You are going to focus on including testimonials and storytelling throughout these next 4 days. Always include a call to action. Click here, message me with this, visit here, comment, whatever. Always give a call to action so people know what to do next, and include 3 to 5 relevant hashtags for your topic. Okay. Try to include posts, lives, reels, stories in a variety of ways. Talk about that main need that you are focusing on. Okay. All right, so let's give you a minute to do this. I know it's a little bit trickier because you're choosing your set, but choose something that you really care about, that you feel like talking about this next week. I'm going to put our 1-minute timer so that you have a moment to go find your set and send that information off to Cesar, okay? So he has to know which set you are focusing on in order for you to be registered in this challenge this week. Okay. So hopefully you are done or close to done, and you can send that off to Cesar right away. If you get to it later tonight or early tomorrow morning, those of you who are watching the replay, that's okay as well. Just let them know as soon as possible, please. So, all right. So then our next, oh, it always wants to set that timer twice. Okay. So just remember to sell one or more of your favorite set. You do have to let Cesar know which one it is so that he knows what you're focusing on. And if you accomplish that between now and Thursday, you get a free Harmony Plus 10 mil, which is a phenomenal aromatherapy tool to have in your home or your workspace. Oh, it's such a powerful aroma that just changes how your brain is working during the day. I absolutely love it. So absolutely worth it. Copy your direct link, send it to Cesar, let him know what your focus is for these next 4 days. And remember that your challenge includes orders placed through your personal website using that direct product link. It does exclude spa orders, personal consultant orders, and PCC orders. Okay. Any questions? Go ahead and let us know, but good luck, and let's get out there and promote our favorite set. Okay. Awesome. So today we're going to talk about some business tools to help us with the idea of aromatherapy, aroma blends, etc. And a really good starting point for anyone, especially if you're new to us here, using the Aroma Blends brochure and knowing how to find it is really key because it gives us a lot of basic starting points to talk about this topic. So if you go to your consultant app, that's the easiest way to find it. And you go into your resources tab, and you'll just search Aroma Blends in your resources folder. You'll see the Aroma Blends brochure. Yes. And it's long, like it has 1, 2, 3, 4, it has like 11 pages, right? So it has lots of information, great images, and it kind of goes through each one of the aroma blends, the body lotion, the massage oil, and the body mist, right? How many drops of oil go in with how much of the carrier, what the benefits are, etc. So it's a really helpful tool to get a good clear knowledge of how to use those. And it also has all the little emoji combinations listed for you there. So it tells you what the different ingredients, the key ingredients of those oils are used for, and how to combine them to create those certain environments. So it's a really helpful tool. I usually zoom in on the pages I need and take screenshots and use them for social media, for reaching out to customers with information, etc., or just for my own personal reference. So this Aromablends brochure is something that a lot of people forget about, but it is easy to find. You just pop in and search for it in your resources folder. And the images are really clear and easy to post to your social media as well if you're talking about aromatherapy in a little bit at a time with your customers. Okay. All right, any questions about that, let us know, but make sure you check out that resource this week, kind of refresh your memory, and that way you'll have that ready to go. Maybe take those screenshots right away this week so you have it ready for any time you're telling your customers about how to create their own blends, okay? All right, now this week we are coming back into prospecting with some key tools to help you be more efficient and more effective with it, right? So this week we are focusing on a key aspect of prospecting that is going to save you time and energy and make all of your efforts more worth it. Remember, when we're talking about prospecting, this is reaching out to new people with whom you're not currently in a sales conversation with. And this is how you reach new customers and new consultants for your team, new PCC members, etc. It's reaching out to new people who are interested in what you have to offer, right? So we're going to do a little quiz. Can you get your chat ready, please? All you have to share is A or B. It's it's not even a tough one. I think you're going to do great. So I want you to share A or B in the chat. Would you rather contact a prospect A, 20 to 50 times, or B, 1 to 10 times? What would you prefer? This is a tough one. How many contacts would you prefer to have with a prospective consultant or customer? Would you rather contact them 20 to 50 times or 1 to 10 times? Okay, good. I see a lot of B's in the chat. The key concept that we're going to talk about today can reduce that number of 20 to 50 times that you'd have to contact someone, which can be really hard to do in original, non-pushy ways, right? Versus if we include this key concept, we're going to lower that to about 1 to 10 times before we get to that meaningful conversation with them that leads to sales or incorporation in your team, etc. Right? So A or B, here we go again. Would you rather contact a prospect who has never heard of you or used, or who knows you and or used well? A or B, this is a tricky one. What would you rather? Would you rather? Here we go. Oh, so I see a little bit of both. Some people say A because they want to have that fresh perspective. I see either, both. So a lot of you are not intimidated by the fact that some people might not be familiar with Yoast yet, right? Some people might not know you yet, and you are up for the challenge to start showing your face and making them aware of who you are and what Yoast has to offer. Great. So I would usually pick B. Like if I'm going to actually contact someone via message or via email, I would normally choose B. I want them to have already heard my name and or the brand name so that they're familiar with it, they trust it, they're ready to engage in that conversation with me. But I like the boldness in the chat that I'm seeing right now. We're not scared. We're just going to go for it either way. I like it. Okay. Would you rather contact a prospect? A, you have to interview with lots of questions to find something you have in common, or B, with whom you know you have something in common. What seems like a simpler conversation to you? I would say B as well. So when we are using this key concept that we're going to talk about here soon, it helps us know already if we have something in common with that person, and it gives us kind of a building point for our conversation with them. Okay, so let's think about those situations that we've just seen. Can you take a few guesses in the chat? What is the key difference between options A and options B in those situations we were looking at? Can you try to think of some concepts, some ideas? What would make that situation different? What would be something that might change that situation where do I have to contact this person 20 to 50 times or only 1 to 10 times? Have they never heard of me or the company, or they've already heard about us? They, what was my last one? Oh, we don't know if we have anything in common, or we do know that we have something in common. Can you think of an idea that might be related here? What would be the key difference in all of these situations? I'm going to give you a moment to think. Okay, so the key difference in these situations that is going to save us time and energy when prospecting is familiarity. Yes? Was that the word or the concept at least that was in some of your minds? Okay. So good. I see some extra ideas in the chat too. Perfect. So familiarity is really an important concept when prospecting, because the more familiar a prospect or prospective customer or consultant is with you and your brand, the more likely they are to interact with you and do business with you, right? Whether it's to purchase from you, whether it's to sign up on your team and work with you, whatever it is, familiarity is key. It creates a sense of trust, and it really changes the whole dynamic of that prospecting conversation, right? So familiarity does not just happen magically. It requires quite a bit of time and energy to build it, right? It's important that we create trust within that familiarity. We have to prepare ourselves ahead of time as we're doing this. We have to prepare and really think about how we build familiarity with our customer base or our prospect base. We use technology to help us out to reach people in more places. We use our personality to shine through. And now we don't all have to have the same personality, right? But we do show our authentic personality, and we make ourselves approachable and original and authentic, and we connect with people that way. And connection, right? We want to find those things that we have in common, those needs that we have in common, etc., because that is what builds that familiarity, that trust, that connection. Okay. So today we're going to focus on the first of 5 pieces of the familiarity puzzle. And the first one that we're going to talk about is today, be persistent and consistent. Okay. So in our prospecting practices, routine, we need to be persistent and consistent. This is what this looks like in the use world, right? So this looks like we address customer needs regularly on public platforms. So a lot of us are on all the social media that we can get on. So for most of us, that means TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. But you're addressing customer needs regularly on public platforms. Most of our consultants who have great success via social media are posting twice a day during their peak hours. Okay. We are inviting our audience to interact and share so that we can learn more about them and find those things that we have in common. We're using interactive stickers. We're using comments. We're asking people to share something in the comments. We're sharing little snippets of our lives and our lifestyle related to our brand that people can connect with and respond to. We are setting aside specific time each day to post and interact with our followers, right? So this is kind of the social media aspect of it. But it's not all about social media, right? It is also us having our business cards, right? You can get these from if you go to virtual office under those little quick links, you can go in and have your business card made. They're beautiful. They're really easy to order. And you order your samples and you have those along with you at all times so that you are persistent about meeting new people. You're consistent about giving them information about what you have to offer and how they can contact you. Yes. This is also being prepared ahead of time for how you plan on spending your prospecting time each day, so that when it is your golden hours where you can message and call people, they are the golden hours where you can actually have a conversation, right? So not during dinner time, not during, their work day, right? You're finding your golden hours based on your target audience. You're sending personalized messages to your customer base or your prospect base. You're keeping them brief. You're keeping those messages brief and not very cookie cutter, right? You want them to be short, quick check-ins, and you want to build authentic conversations to keep your customers interacting with you. Sometimes we make the mistake of sending like a really big message and people get like, ah. So try to keep those short and sweet as like quick personalized check-ins so that people don't feel overwhelmed by the amount of information we send out. Short, sweet, and interactive. and invite your prospects to face-to-face meetings. Invite them to go get a coffee, to meet up at a park, etc. Where can you have that face-to-face time with your prospects if they are your local, in your local area? So this is our tip number one. These are things that we have to do to build familiarity. Part of it is social media and that outreach and getting to know people outside of our local area. But it's also these little things like having our business cards and samples, and using our time well to connect with people. Okay, any questions? Otherwise, if you have more ideas for how you are persistent and consistent in these key practices, if you have more ideas of how you do this sort of thing, add them in the chat, please. We'd love to hear from you. Okay. And then I'm going to move on. So add some of those things to your to-do list. If it's not already part of your weekly routine, what can you incorporate from that list of ideas so that you are being persistent and consistent in your prospecting practices? Okay. And next week, we'll continue with that list of more ideas related to familiarity. Okay. And for now, we're going to move on to our tech tip. So we're going to talk about updating our link tree for the month of August, right? So August is coming quickly before our next webinar. So we wanted to review how to update your link tree with that information for the upcoming month. So a lot of us in our social media outreach, our spa demonstrations, things like that. A lot of us focus on current sales because our customers love to save on the products that they love, but this doesn't always have to be the case, right? But whatever topic you are focusing on, when August comes around, make sure that you go into your link tree and do some updating for that month. So why do we use Linktree? Let us know in the chat if you already have yours set up for your used business or if it's something on your to-do list, okay? So why do we use Linktree? Well, it's a great place to put all of our key links in one place. It makes easy one-click shopping for our customers, especially when they find us on social media. It's something that we update regularly to match our sales focus or our topic focus for the month. They can be shared as a short link or a QR code right from the website. You can easily get a link from the share button that you can see here, the little share option that is within Linktree. So you have a little short link, or you can get the QR code from there. And it can be shared to your Instagram bio. It can be put on your business cards. You can put it as I put it little stickers, like address labels. I put that information and stick it to my quick reference guides that I hand out to people who are just learning about used as well. So it's a really easy way to put all your key information in one place. Okay. So if you haven't been in Linktree in a while, let me give you a quick refresher. Go to Linktree. The website looks like this, linktr.ee, right? So you can just Google Linktree, or you can go right to the website, but this is what it looks like, right? And it will take you to the main page. You click on login and log into your account or create one if you haven't done so already. And this is what the main platform looks like, right? So you'll go in and you can set up the appearance so that you can add a picture of yourself. You can change the colors and that sort of thing there. And then you just come in and you click on add link. Okay. And you're going to take your direct product links from your shopping website and you're going to add those here. I also share my digital catalog link that I get from my virtual office page. I share my Facebook group on here. I put other links on here as well, but most of the time we're putting our direct product links here as well. So click on add link and add that link. And then you'll have this little option to edit and you give it a name. So when you edit the name of your link, that is what your customers will see as the little button when they go into your link tree, right? So that's important to keep that clear and easy for them to find when they access this site. And this is what the preview looks like when a customer opens your link tree. You're seeing the admin side, but they're going to see these neat little buttons, okay? Now, when we are adding product links to our link tree, remember you're going to go into a browser. You are going into your shopping site and you're going to find the product or the set that you are focusing on that month. And you can click on that and get the direct product link and copy it. Okay, just like we've been practicing every week, right? We know how to do this. All right, so you copy that, you take it over to Linktree, go to add link, click the copy and paste, right, that URL to your used product there. And then you get this beautiful list of links. All you have to do is give them a little name and you're good to go. Now, there are lots of ways to adjust this every month to keep it up to date. You will notice that there's on the left-hand side of each link, do you see these little rectangles with each link, right? On the left-hand side, there are these little icons that are like 6 little dots. Those are for you to grab, like you click and you drag them up or down. So if you want to change the order of your links, depending on the month, depending on your focus, you can click and drag them up or down to change the order of those buttons. Another really helpful thing is that when you're switching your links from July to August, for example, you do not have to delete links you've already created. You can toggle them on or off. If you toggle it off, it turns gray instead of green, and it's not going to show up for your customers when they open your link tree, right? You can just turn it off, it doesn't show up. But if that product comes back on sale or is part of your focus again, you can toggle it back on, just turn it on to the green, right? And it comes back to life on your link tree. So do this instead of deleting. I would just ignore that little delete button altogether, because you know that our sales are kind of cyclical, right? So you just toggle it off, turn it on and off, and you're ready to go. All right, perfect. Okay, so then yeah, don't delete, keep them for later. You can reorganize, toggle on and off, and just kind of reset your link tree as needed. Okay, any questions about how to do that? Okay, perfect. And then Cynthia, did you want to check in quickly? I know you have some ideas for us for our posting calendar. Did you want to share about that quickly before I move on to our call to
Yes.
action?
Let
Okay, perfect.
me
Go ahead.
share screen with everyone. Just give me one, one
Oh,
second.
yeah,
Because
here.
I had
I'll
it here
stop
in my
share so you can.
computer. I'm gonna be sending this as well
Okay,
in
perfect.
that chat. So let me just do this. Well, I can't do it like really full screen, but let's go.
That's okay. So Cynthia has prepared a calendar to help us have some ideas for what to post, which is really helpful, because I know that's like the kicker for a lot of us, is like we lose minutes of the day being like, oh, what do I do? What should I post today? Like Cynthia's giving you a list of ideas for how to vary your social media and have a plan for each day. So thank you, Cynthia, for putting this together.
You're welcome.
Mm,
So a couple of weeks ago, I made this calendar on what to post, when to take breaks each day of the week. But here are some ideas about real stories that you can use. So on Mondays, we were talking about posting 1 reel and 3 to 7 stories on our social media. So for the reel, we can always talk about the product of the week. So remember that every Tuesday, or mostly every Tuesday, we have all of our promotions out there. At the beginning of the month, we have our monthly promotions plus our weekly promotion. So we can start this tomorrow if you feel like it, and you can talk about the product of the week. You can just grab the you can make a video talking about that product, how you use that product during your daily, your week, etc. And then for the stories, you can always use the stories that we send you through WhatsApp. They're also on your app, and usually you have around 4 to 7, 8 stories that you can post out there, so you can use these images. Tuesday is for a break. Then Wednesday, you do one single post. So what you can do is just grab that picture of the product or the whole set and just write a little caption about what products are inside the set, or if it's just one product you're going to be talking about, just you can just highlight the benefits of them, and then you can upload 3 to 5 stories. So this could be tiny videos, 20-second videos, or it could be a longer video, like a 1-minute video, 40-second videos. So you can have this both actions on your social media. Thursday, we get a break. Friday, we have one carousel. Remember, the carousel is a set of images that is going to be posted on your feed. So use about 3 to 4 pictures. You can post pictures of the ingredients, and then underneath write the name of the ingredients, why do we know them, what are their benefits, and what do in that product.
Mhm.
And then also there's add 1 to 3 stories. So you can create videos talking about how to use them. So this is a simple way on how to do and what ideas of what you can talk about during your social media um, post through the week. And you can always repeat this system every week. So as you can see, we have between 3 to 4 breaks during the week, and you can use them to either create content, so you already have that content for the next day, or you can focus one day just to create the whole content of your week, and you just have it ready and you just upload it the days that are scheduled in. If you want to start tomorrow posting, on this calendar it says that Tuesday is it's your break day, but you can move the information from Monday to Tuesday and just like move the calendar and what you're going to be posting.
Yeah, I love that idea. And I like I feel like a lot of those things that you have on the calendar are things that like you can pull resources from your consultant app and also combine those with like pictures of yourself or pictures of your own lifestyle. I feel like that combination of having these beautiful materials that the company creates for us, right? And you combine them in with materials that you are creating. For me, like if I'm going to use a company carousel of the images about a product, I try to start it off with a picture of me with the product and a hook phrase and then go into the company stuff because that's what people connect with, right? Is they need to see our face. And then we have these beautiful images that we can put in afterwards. And that whole carousel idea, we have so many things made for us already. Saves us a lot of time. So thank you, Cynthia. I love that. I love that idea in that format that we can just keep on repeat and stay consistent and persistent, right? The words of the week. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So is my screen back up? It looks like we're good to go. All right, so we'll wrap up with our call to action. So please remember to send your direct product link for the set of your choice to Cesar today. You do have to choose one that you're going to focus on for that sales challenge between now and Thursday. Sell at least one of your chosen sets by Thursday, the 1st of August. And just remember to keep creating meaningful content with those direct product links and those hook phrases that we've talked about in your social media in different ways. Following that calendar that Cynthia has created is extra helpful. And always just focus on selling approximately $300 in products and sets every week so that you're growing your used business and reaching your goals and making the most of this opportunity. Okay. All right. So add those to your to-do list and we should be good to go. All right. And remember to, as we wrap up the month of July, to check your goals for the journey to the origin to earn that trip to Switzerland in 2025. We always want to make sure that we are checking our emails at the beginning of the month to know what our goal is by the end of the month. And we just keep growing each day, each week, each month, a little more than the last to keep getting better and better at what we do, because doing good is good for us and we want to keep up with this great incentive that we have through this amazing company. Okay, so those of you who are staying with us here live, stay tuned for a few time sensitive reminders. Everyone else who is catching the replay, thank you very much for joining us, and please reach out with any questions about the topics that we've seen today. Okay, have a great week, everybody. Wishing you lots of success as you close out the month of July.